woman will take the pill so she can have as much sex as she wants and not get pregnant.
Sex with men and sexy men and sex with sexy men.
Never said sex this much before. You gotta stop saying the word sex.
Because my parents don't know I'm not a virgin.
Is Senator Kennedy running for president, do we think? It's up to Jackie. You know she wears the pants in that family. And she wears them well. Seriously, have you seen how easily that woman wears linen pants? Linen. The material that wrinkles while you're ironing it. I believe the Kennedys will stand up for Americans. Because really, if Jackie sits down for 10 seconds, that whole outfit goes to shit. I hope he runs, because he'll restore the science funding that Eisenhower cut. Science is big in my family because my father works at Bell Labs, and I was very excited when he got this job. The greatest scientific minds in the world, all in one building, solving the world's problems. I came home the other day and found him listening to my 4-year-old's record, a song about teaching yourself how to wipe your ass after going to the bathroom. He told me he's listening to it because at work they're trying to teach a computer to sing, and I believed him at the time. But now I'm wondering, does my father not know how to go to the bathroom? So here were these heroic women marching for their rights, in white, on streets, where there's dirt. So not only were they jailed and force-fed and persecuted, but the laundry. Oy. So 1960, change is coming. And I believe that someday a next generation suffragette will wear pink and ride horses, and an unmarried woman will take the pill so she can have as much sex as she wants and not get pregnant, and a married woman will just have a headache and call it a night.
I know I've talked a lot about my parents tonight, but that's just because they are here. In Florida. Can you feel it? They're coming to my show tomorrow, so I need to get all this out of my system tonight. Tonight, I can talk about sex and men and sex with men and sexy men and sex with sexy men, but tomorrow, that's all off limits because my parents don't know I'm not a virgin. I think my 2 kids might have been a tip-off. I'm amazed that those are my cobbler's apprentices story has held up for so long. Maybe my parents think that when I got divorced, it made me a virgin all over again. Like, the judge says, I grant you divorce and restore everything up your skirt to its original condition. And then bangs his little gavel. But my parents are people who do not like change. When my husband left me, my father said, go get him back. Like I'd accidentally left the barn door open and Bessie the cow had wandered off. When I didn't go get him back, as instructed, my father was furious. My mother still hasn't heard he's gone, so she hasn't reacted yet. I mean, she's been told, she just hasn't heard it. And now they're here in Florida to watch their divorced daughter stand on stage and tell jokes about them. Because they know that will kill them, and I'll feel bad forever, and then finally they will have won. Here we are in the Catskills, and I'm starving. Where can you get a decent meal around here? Food, 24 hours a day, food. Shouldn't the Catskill season be in winter? With big coats and scarves? What kind of sadist feeds you 10 meals a day then tell you to put on a fucking bikini and go find a husband? The only reason we stand a chance is because the men are too full to run. And all I see and hear about and dream about is food. Giant portions of food. I know it's the midnight show, I'm supposed to be talking about blowjobs and big tits, but after 6 weeks up here, tits just start to look like a couple of Grossinger's baked Alaskas. Oh, you've had them. But really, I have great affection for the mountains. I've been coming up here with my family since I was born. It is the best place to have your first nervous breakdown, which automatically comes with spending months in a cabin with your family every year since you were born. My first everything happened in the Catskills. Everything. My mother first told me to keep my knees closed until there's a ring on my finger in the Catskills. Actually, she told me it was biologically impossible to have sex without a ring on your finger. Guess what, Mom? It's not. Anyhow, the first boy I ever kissed, I kissed in the Catskills. The first time I ever let a boy go Christopher Columbus on my nether regions, it was in the Catskills. And this boy, he was my papa.
The Catskills. Things happen in the Catskills. All kinds of things happen. Games. There's games. You like games? I like games. And when people come up here with kids, they want things for the kids to play so the adults can go be adults. Parents don't really want to know what's going on with their kids behind their backs. I mean, they prefer they weren't eaten by a lion or whatever eats people in upstate New York, but otherwise, secrets. Secrets. Kids have secrets. Mothers and daughters and fathers. And, you know, it's weird with daughters and fathers, isn't it? Isn't it weird? Is it weird?
Is it? Fucking make up your mind.
Because fathers never really know who their daughters are. They don't want to know, do they? It would be terrifying to know who they are and what they do. And because they don't really know any of this, sometimes they can just walk in unexpectedly and suddenly it's like, hey, you're a whore. Who knew? Not that I'm a whore. I am definitely not a whore. I do not charge for sex. I mean, that's free. I mean, it's free to guys I want it to be free to. My husband, boyfriend, one girl in college, anyone with a decent ticket to a Sinatra concert. Even my mother would give it up for a Sinatra ticket. No, she wouldn't. My mother wouldn't give it up for anything, to anyone. Well, my father, she'll give it up to him. I mean, not that she told me she'd give it up to him, but I'm assuming, well, I'm here, so somebody gave up something to somebody at some point. Everyone has sex. Daughters have sex. Sons have sex. Babies come from sex. Boy, I have got to stop saying the word sex. I actually have never said sex this much before. I don't think I've ever said the word sex in front of my father because my father looks like what you'd think a Columbia professor would look like. Lots of brown and tweed and plaid and a scowl of intellectual superiority because he is intellectually superior. He is very smart. My mother once told me that she pictured having sex with his mind on their wedding night so she didn't have to think about his penis.